So stand up nice and tall, legs are nice and wide, arms relaxed down, shoulders back, and look from side to side. Just going to get the neck moving, and then gradually move down the body. Over and hold on your first side just for about 15 seconds. And keep breathing. And then slowly over to the other side. Same again, all the way over. Hold the stretch. And back to the middle, then ear to shoulder, nice big stretch and lengthen down the side of the neck. Making it bigger every time, make yourself even, then come to the first side, add that extra resistance again, hold the chest open and hold the stretch. And just keep breathing. And then slowly over to the other side, same again. Hold that stretch, keep breathing. And then back to the middle, good. Chin to the chest, head to the rear. And same again. And then bring your chin to the chest, roll your head out to one side, roll it back in, roll it out to the other side, and back in. A couple more of those. So just getting rid of or lessening that crunching, crackling sound if you've got that. I'm just trying to make it all move a bit smoother. Then bring your head back to the middle when you're even, shoulders back, head up, over to one shoulder, semicircle on the chest or near the chest, in the general area, with the chin, from one shoulder to the other. Last one out and back. So make sure you start back where you, or finish back where you started, and then come back to the middle. Head to the rear, and then full circle all the way around. Just slowing down if you feel it working, and all the way back in. Again, nice and slowly, all the way around, and then out again, a little bit bigger. Squeeze your tummy, stand tall, squeeze your bum cheeks, all the way back in. Out again. Last time. And all the way back in. Just working through any tight bits, slowing it down. Head back to the middle, let your eyes reset. Let's have a little bit of a march. Let's just get these legs and hips loosened up a bit. Roll out your shoulders as well. Roll them backwards. I want you to roll that pelvis. So stick your bum out like a duck. It's a bit like a Pilates warm up. Just trying to get all the joints mobilized and moving before we think about doing anything. And then coming back to the middle, give it all a nice wiggle, a nice roll, and then into the dynamic chest and back. So bring your arms up in line with the shoulders, push the chest out, pull the shoulder blades apart. Oops, Spanish series joining in. Keep making it bigger. So we're creating space between them shoulders and space in the chest in the opposite part of the movement. Hopefully feeling a little bit looser with each one. And then make yourself even or just shake it off. And then we're going over to the side and over to the other side, pushing out your hips and ribs. You can make this a little bit less by not reaching over at the top and just sliding the hand down. It's up to you. A few more. Keep making them bigger. And then hold it there. Give your shoulders a nice roll. We're going back to that pelvis again, just because those stretches just created a little bit of tension there. So we just want to loosen it back up. And we're going to go side to side with the hips this time. So keep your feet down and underneath your hips and just push your hips out to the sides. So just loosen in that way. Then go forward and back. And then, oops, try not to roll onto your heels. Back to the middle, and then I want you to lift one leg higher than the other. So we're getting that actual mobilizing and loosening in the joints a bit more than just the muscles. So nice big range, you're just dropping one hip and lifting the other one. And then back to the middle. Give it all a nice pedal out. I'm hoping you feel a little bit looser for that. So we're going to grab some weights that we can shoulder press, and we're going to alternate that with a dead bug. So I'm going for my massive 2.5s. So we're going to do 30-second timers, and because we're doing 2 exercises back to back, it's going to increase intensity that way. So soften up your knees. I'll show you the exercise before I put the timer on. So holding the weights up at the shoulder height and then pushing up to the sky and controlling it back down. You can have a bicep curl in there if you want to as well, if you want a bit more lungs. So 3, hang on, 3, I haven't got a 30-second timer, let me just find it, sorry. I might just go for a minute, because the watch doesn't want to play today. Okay, we'll have a 1-minute timer. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So that ruins my concept completely, but we'll just roll with it for now. So big push up, slow squeeze down, squeeze your tummy back nice and straight. Nice big range of movement and not locking out the elbows or cocking the wrists. Big push up, slow squeeze down. I might give you a manual 30 seconds in fact. If I keep checking, I've got 8 seconds to go. Squeeze your tummy. Big push up, slow squeeze down. 2 seconds. And then hold it there. Control the weights down. Hop onto your mats. Ready for those dead bugs. Back onto the floor. Try one more time to get the right timer so I don't have to keep faffing and looking at my watch. So neutral spine, or press your back into the mat. Do a bit of pelvic tilting there for me just to continue on with that loosening that we did. I'm setting you a 30-minute timer there, so we need to pelvic tilt a little bit longer to get that correct. Okay, so your dead bugs, you remember the one, arms and legs in the air. Taking one arm, one leg away, or both if you're feeling strong, or just one if you're not feeling strong at all. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice slow and controlled extensions. Squeezing the tummy, pressing the back down, and breathe in. Just take your time. Just reset that posture if you feel like it slips, and just keep extending those legs. You can go for a toe tap if you want a lesser eagle or something a bit less intense. So just tapping the toe down rather than fully extending the leg, it's up to you. And hold it there. Squeeze those knees, give your back a roll, and then we're going to pop straight back up again into that shoulder press. So it's less rest, but we get them done quicker. So grab hold of your dumbbells again, 30-second timer again, into the position ready for your shoulder press. 3, 2, 1, off we go. And remember, knees soft, back nice and straight. You can tuck your bum under, pull your hips up at the front, and that just helps flatten out that lower back if you're struggling with arching. The big push up, slow squeeze down. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. Take your time, keep breathing. The 30-second timer does afford us heavier weights, so you might need to just slow it down if you haven't got the option for heavier. Hold it there. Let's plonk them down there. Then into position again for your dead bugs. So we are going to do one more set. I'm just going to make mine heavier next time. Okay, arms and legs up. 3, 2, 1, dead bugs. Off we go again. So nice, slow and controlled. The longer the extension, the more challenging it is. Toe tap to make it easier, or shrink down the number of limbs. Sorry, took me a moment there. Keep squeezing those tummy muscles. Exhaling out, inhaling in. So just take your time. Keep breathing, keep reaching, keep extending. Last few seconds. And we're going to grab a drink after that one. So give your knees a squeeze. Bring yourself up off the floor. Quick drink, keep your legs moving before step 3. Okay, so grab your weights again. I'm just making mine a bit heavy this time because they're on these shorter sets. So I'm on 5s this time. If you do go heavier and you start to struggle, remember you can use your knees for a bit of extra oomph. So I can't set the timer with these in my hands. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So it's that big push up, slow squeeze down, squeeze your tummy muscles, get your back nice and straight, tuck your bum under, exhale through the push, inhale through the lower, squeeze those tummy muscles. Remember to breathe, use the breathing to help you. So big push up, inhale as we squeeze back down, so exhale up, inhale down and hold it there. That's our timer already, that's lovely. Plonk your weights down. Mat for those dead bugs for the 3rd and final time today. Into position, ready? So in fact, let's pelvic tilt first, just to remove any tension we've created there in that lower back area. And then pop them legs up. 3, 2, 1, off we go there. So slow and controlled, nice and long, and big squeeze back in. Start on the hardest progression you can manage safely with the correct technique. And make it easier if you start to struggle. Keep pressing your back downwards, don't let it arch away from the floor. Reset anytime you need to with those knees. You can tap if we want to. Rather than the full extensions, you can tap a little bit further away if the tap close is too easy, and hold it there and squeeze those knees. Well done. Okay, let's go back to our arms again. Just realised I completely missed the bicep curl in the second 2 sets on that shoulder press. So let's go for a row this time. So I want to work your, in fact, scrap that, I'm going to do your chest. So let's get some small dumbbells and lie back on the mat. We're going to do arms and abs down here this time. So probably going to do them without a water stop unless you've got your water handy. So if you want to hold your water handier, that's fine. So I've got my blacks and my oranges. So I've got 2.25 kilograms on each side, just because they're nice and small in size, that is. Okay, so we're going to go for our chest fly. So opening and closing, squeezing the shoulders back, squeezing the chest up, and it's 30 seconds again. So 3, 2, 1, off we go there. So big push up, slow squeeze back down. Shrink down that range of movement to make it harder. Make it bigger to make it easier. So coming all the way to the top if you need more rest, but keeping it more out to the sides if you can manage a challenge. Keep breathing, keep squeezing, keep lifting, keep lowering. Just take your time. And hold it there. Place them ones down. If you want a different one, feel free. If you're going for the same weights, keep hold of them. I'm just going to bring a couple of kettlebells over. I'm going to start with a 4 because that's, no, that'll be lighter. I'm going to start with an 8, she says. So you're going to take the weight into your hands. We're going to hold it up above the chest, squeezing the tummy muscles. We're going to lower it down behind the head like so, and then back up again. Make sure if you drop the weights, it's over the head there, and just plonk it down there if you're struggling, okay? Don't want these dropped on the face. So into position, ready? It's going to work your triceps and your upper abs. 3, 2, 1, off we go there. So your chest pressing the weight up to the sky. We've got a nice firm grip, and we're taking it over the back of the head. And then we're just sticking with that movement there. Squeezing those tummy muscles. Exhaling as we lift and lengthen those arms. Inhaling as we bend the elbow and take the weight closer to the floor. I'm feeling some lovely muscles working on this one. Just adjust your grip anytime you need to. And then hold it there. Plonk that weight down to one side and shake it off. Well done. I'm going to add a third exercise into this set, and it's going to be an abdominal one. So we're going to go for something where we pull the upper body up this time and not the legs. So I think a Pilates roll back would be a nice fit, or unless you prefer the full sit up. So arms up above your head for the challenge, rolling up and squeezing those tummy muscles. I made that look harder than I should have done. And then controlling it back down. Remember, you can bring the arms forward to make it easier, and backwards or into the chest to make it harder, with or without some weight. So off we go there, straight into it. Take your time. Big squeeze up, slow squeeze back down. Exhale through the lift, inhale through the lower. Just using whatever you need to. I'm just going to add some weight on the down. Squeeze that core, and then you can just bring that weight slightly forward if you need to on the up, which does make it easier. Hold it there, place your weight down, bring your knees back up, and let's go back to that chest, open and close. 3, 2, 1, off we go there. So we're squeezing those weights together again, opening, closing the chest, sorry, and then lowering the weights to the floor, opening the chest and squeezing the shoulders. So up and down, nice big range of movement, but not too big that it's too easy. Keep breathing, pressing your back into the mat, opening up that chest. Take your time. And then control those weights down. Grab whichever one you used for the tricep and upper abs one. And same again, 3, 2, 1. Off we go there. So taking the weight up, and then we're lowering it above the head, and then squeezing it back to the middle with those triceps. Feeling those tummy muscles and your muscles all around your ribs working. Remember to breathe. Exhale through the challenging bit. Inhale when gravity's helping you. Keep squeezing those tummy muscles. Keep this one harder by keeping the weight away from the center. Hold it there, bring it over, and shake off those shoulders. Then for those roll backs again, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So with or without your weight, rolling the body up and down, making it challenging on the down if you want to, easier on the up if you need to. So squeeze that core, take your time. Suck it in all the way down and then come straight back up again. Don't get too comfy on the bottom part of the movement. Keep curling that spine, squeezing those tummy muscles, and hold it there. One more set of those. Lie straight back. Get your weights ready to do your chest. And 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So minimal rest. Keeping the body working hard. Hopefully the lungs are working a little bit. Big squeeze up, slow squeeze down. Try and just settle your breathing. Nice wide chest. And then squeezing back to the middle. Good. And then place those ones down. Then it's back to those triceps and abs again. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So big press up. And then slow and controlled, lowering down above the head. Squeezing back up to the center. All the way up. Slowly back down. Remember to use your breathing. Squeeze that core. Keep the challenge on. Make it harder if you need to. Make it easier when you need to. And then control that one back down to the ground. Shake off those arms. Roll out those, lengthen those legs. And ready for your roll ups. 3, 2, 1, off we go. And then that's that set of exercises all done after this one. Slowly on the down. Big squeeze on the up. Keep breathing, take your time. Suck it in as you lower. Rolling that spine, squeezing that core. Try not to let gravity do all the work as I appear to be doing. Just fight it, squeeze that tummy. Use the weights to add to the challenge, to lengthen the challenge. Hold it there and flip over onto your belly. Push up from the floor, sink the hips down, take your head back. And just stretch those tummy muscles there. Then bring your hands back, roll back into your child's pose. Open up your shoulders, lengthen the spine and breathe. And then come up to the middle. Let's cat-cow there. Drop your head, lift the spine, lower the belly, open the chest, lift the head. Keep your elbows soft. And then back to the middle. And then we're going to hop on up in your own time. Stretch off those arms. Well done. So one arm up and across the chest. Pull it in with the other one. Look away from the hands, over the shoulder. You're stretching. And breathe. And then just slowly release, change sides, same again. And slowly release there, shake it off. Triceps next, hand to the middle of your back. Push it back with the other one, head up, chin off the chest, back straight, tummy tight, and knees soft. Keep breathing. And slowly release there, roll out that shoulder, change sides, same again. And then slowly release there, shake it off. Hands together, up and out, open up that upper back. Roll your pelvis while you're there. Come back to neutral spine, take your hands up and back. Hold that stretch there. Head up, neck in line with the spine. And then hands down to the rear, push up with your arms, out with your chest. And lower those arms down, roll out those shoulders, hands on your lower back or bum. Squeeze the elbows together, push out your chest. Keep breathing. Keep the tension on. And then slide those hands down, roll out those shoulders. And that's us all done. Thank you for joining me today.